Breaking moments ago, President Trump announcing a powerful strike against the Islamic State in Nigeria. Let's go back to Madison Scarpino live in West Palm Beach with the breaking details. Madison?
Yeah, Mike, President Trump says that strike was deadly, and he says it's because they've been targeting and viciously killing primarily Christians. Now, he just made the announcement on Truth Social saying in part, quote, "I have previously warned these terrorists that if they did not stop the slaughtering of Christians, there would be hell to pay." And tonight there was. The Department of War executed numerous perfect strikes, as only the United States is capable of doing. Under my leadership, our country will not allow radical Islamic terrorism to prosper. May God bless our military, and Merry Christmas to all, including the dead terrorists, of which there will be many more if their slaughter of Christians continues. Now, Mike, as many of our viewers know, this is an issue in Africa that has caught the president's attention for a bit now. He's previously lashed out on the country's government for having done nothing to stop the killing. His administration has even met with the Nigerian officials to discuss the issue, even threatening to cut off aid to the country. So some major breaking news on this Christmas night. We are expecting a lot of reaction from Congress, and we're following it all. Mike?
Madison Scarpino doing a great job on the breaking news. Madison, thanks a lot.
Jessica, it was around 6 o'clock Eastern time tonight, about an hour ago, that President Trump announced that the U.S. had launched strikes inside of Nigeria, targeting and killing elements of ISIS in the northwestern part of the country. We don't know how many people were injured, how many were killed in this American strike. What we do know is President Trump says the reason the strike was launched is because he says Christians within Nigeria, as you mentioned, have been targeted. Not just over the last year, but really over the last several years. He broke this news on Truth Social with a pretty lengthy post. I'm going to just read to you the back half of that post. He says, quote, "I previously warned these terrorists that if they do not stop the slaughtering of Christians, there would be hell to pay, and tonight there was. The Department of War executed numerous perfect strikes. Merry Christmas to all, including the dead terrorists, of which there will be many more if their slaughter of Christians continues." We also saw the Secretary, Pete Hegseth, say, quote, that the president was clear last month. The killing of innocent Christians in Nigeria and elsewhere must end. He says the Department of War is always ready. So ISIS found out tonight on Christmas. More to come, and grateful for Nigerian government support and cooperation. We know, because we've confirmed with a Pentagon official, that the Nigerian government was working with the United States. There was approval, and they worked in conjunction on these strikes. So that is an important caveat to this story here. Just some background. In Nigeria over the last year, sectarian violence has continued to be a major problem. Tens of thousands of Nigerians have been either kidnapped or killed, both Christians and Muslims, targeted and killed by terrorist organizations like ISIS and like Boko Haram. In fact, human rights NGO International Society for Civil Liberties and Rule of Law says that this year alone, there were about 7,000 Christians that have been killed. Again, this has been ongoing essentially since 2009, when Boko Haram really established a foothold in Nigeria, Jessica. So we are seeing this killing, again, Muslims and Christians. But tonight, President Trump emphasizing the fact that Christians have been targeted and killed. He has been saying this for some time, that this might be a possibility. And tonight, on Christmas, we are seeing American strikes within Nigeria.
Well, Trump just bombed northern Nigeria, where for over a decade, Christians have been massacred. There's a genocide happening. And we know the attacks are coming. We knew this Christmas Day attack was coming, and nothing was being done. Well, today something happened. And it wasn't an attack by ISIS or ISWAP or Boko Haram or the Fulani. You know who it was? It was the U.S. government hearing from people like you who tagged him, people like us who stood up for our brothers and sisters in Christ in Nigeria and said, guess what? They're our own body in Christ. They live in a different continent, but we stand for them. And Trump just bombed them. Try it again, Boko Haram. Try it again, Fulani. You see, this has been going on for too long. And as Christians, we should never be vengeful, but we do protect our own. We do protect the least of these. We do protect those who are being led away to the slaughter. And right now, we just sent a strong message. So thank you, President Trump. Merry Christmas. A blessing for Nigeria, a blessing for America, a blessing for Christians worldwide.
We have a major breaking news story. The United States has just conducted military strikes in Nigeria. It's just after 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time on December 25th, Christmas Day, and Trump took to Truth Social to announce that as Commander-in-Chief, the United States launched what he calls a powerful and deadly strike against so-called ISIS terrorist scum, direct quote, in northwest Nigeria. This is all because a Fox News story claimed that these groups were targeting Nigerian Christians. This is an ongoing and developing story, but he claims that these strikes were, quote, perfect as conducted by the Department of Defense. It's still not the Department of War. Only Congress can change that name. But on Christmas Day, the United States military was sent to conduct deadly strikes in Nigeria, a nation that is actually an ally of the United States in many respects in Africa. Again, we do not have much more information, and we do not know if this is going to be an ongoing military engagement, but this is not the first time that Trump has mentioned Nigeria, or likely to be the last. Please stay tuned for updates and more information.
We have breaking news right now. Donald Trump has announced that the United States has conducted strikes, military strikes, in Nigeria on Christmas Day. These strikes, according to the president, is to target ISIS operating in northwest Nigeria. Now, Donald Trump put out a lengthy Truth Social post. I could read it to you, but essentially all it said was that he was targeting ISIS officials and ISIS threats to Christians living in Nigeria. Remember, Donald Trump has long been on this let's attack Nigeria train because he believes that ISIS is targeting Christians in Nigeria. Remember, the reason why he even knew about this was actually because of a Fox News report that he watched and found out about this, according to earlier reports. But now the United States has struck Nigeria on Christmas. It's unclear whether or not this is going to be a repeated effort or whether this is a one-time strike. This is not war per se. This is just a United States strike, military strike in Nigeria. Spread the word. Follow for more.
The president really launched a military strike on Nigeria, and it's Christmas. Like, on Christmas Day, out of all days, you decide to do a military strike on Nigeria. And I guess he was targeting ISIS, and then literally posted about it, celebrating it, and then basically was like, and Merry Christmas, like, you're welcome. That's basically how the president was trying to, like, convey that message, and I'm just, like, not understanding that. Like, first of all, what is the point of these wars? What is the obsession? Because honestly, it literally just damages the air that we all have to breathe collectively. Like, all of these conflicts actually end up affecting everybody. It's not just one group of people that has to suffer. It's like, no, like, it's everyone that has to live on this planet. Because you guys literally are in these wars and then damage the air that we all have to breathe. So I just don't understand that. And then doing it on Christmas Day, like, that is, like, sinister. Obviously, like, I'm not too surprised because the president is the president. Like, that's just clearly what he does. But, like, it is literally Christmas Day, and you thought to do a military strike on a country because of ISIS? Like, on Christmas Day, that's what you decide to do? Like, that is just really insane to me. It really blows my mind. It's like we actually can't have any day where there's just no conflict or no breaking news or no major shift happening. You know what I mean? Like, why? It really is just actually blowing my mind. Like, Christmas Day, you chose to do a military strike on Nigeria. Like, that's diabolical. It is.
Trump just bombed Nigeria and everyone is misreporting it. That's because this is about one thing and one thing only. It is Nigeria's resources. It is not about Christian genocide. That didn't happen. It is not about ISIL. America has funded ISIL at times. America works with the people that fund ISIL. And America is interrupting the operations that actually undermine ISIL in Nigeria. The Nigerian government. Because let's be clear, bombing Nigeria, even if there are terrorists that the Nigerian government is fighting, is illegal, both under federal and international law. And this is not about protecting Christians, because even the Christians in Nigeria, by and large, do not support American intervention, which still kill Christians. I'm well beyond justifying why there is no justification for this, but what I want you to learn from this, the very clear line that a justifying narrative spread for the past year by motherfuckers like Bill Maher, and then taken up by the right-wing mainstream of a Christian genocide in Nigeria, which was never happening, and no international human rights organization agrees with, directly led to people being killed by American bombs. It is important that we undermine these myths that are used very quickly by every single liberal and conservative mainstream institution to justify violating the sovereignty of another nation, killing its citizens, very clearly to steal its resources, something America and the West has done 4 times over in Nigeria as they funded coup after coup after coup after coup.
News just broke that the U.S. military launched missile strikes in Nigeria today, which the White House is claiming were in defense of Christians in Nigeria. And whether or not you believe that Christians are being specifically targeted in Nigeria is a whole other topic for a whole other video. But since Trump and his supporters are claiming that these strikes are proof that he cares deeply about protecting Christians around the world, here are just a few of the actions that the Trump administration has taken with regard to Christians overseas. In September, Trump deported dozens of Iranian Christians, including 4 women and a 72-year-old man who had lived in the United States for nearly 50 years, despite the fact that deporting them was almost certainly a death sentence. When the deportees arrived in Iran, they were forced to display their Bibles and crosses on camera while being interrogated and forced to denounce their Christian faith on video. The video footage is now expected to be broadcast soon by Iranian state television as propaganda against both Christianity and the United States. During his first and second term as president, Trump has deported hundreds, possibly thousands of Iraqi Christians back to near certain death, despite them facing religious persecution at the hands of the same exact terrorist group that he claims to be protecting Nigerian Christians from. Even worse, upon deporting them, the U.S. government provided full documentation of their asylum claims to the Iraqi government, including all of the details they had told the U.S. government about the religious persecution that their government had allowed them to be subjected to, a practice that is apparently standard in these sorts of cases. During his first term in office, Trump slashed the number of Christian refugees accepted by the United States by 64%. In fact, in his first 2 years as president, Christian refugee admissions were 50% lower than under President Obama and represented only 25% of the monthly admissions during President Bush's time in office. And finally, it's important to note not only Trump's past actions against Christians, but also those that are currently ongoing. A recent report by 4 prominent Catholic and evangelical organizations found that 1 out of every 12 Christians in the United States are at direct risk of being harmed by the Trump administration's deportation campaign. In conclusion, Christians can rely on Trump to protect them as much as Jesus could rely on Judas not to betray him.
All right, fuckers and fuckettes, first and foremost, Merry Christmas. Now that that's over with, let's get down to business. Mr. Donald John Tavius Trump just did some gangster shit. On Christmas Day, he decided to drag his jingle bells all over ISIS sweat glands in Nigeria. Y'all didn't think he was gonna let all that shit slide, did you? He says, under my leadership, our country will not allow radical Islamic terrorism to prosper. May God bless our military and Merry Christmas to all, including the dead terrorists. Now that's gangster. So basically, he sent Santa's little helpers in a sleigh to go drop presents to all the nice little ISIS motherfuckers in Nigeria. You gotta love that shit. See, we in a peace through strength era. So that means this is the administration of we ain't gonna let that shit slide. Now, I don't know about y'all, but this is what I voted for. It's been confirmed that the strikes were successful. So what does that mean? That means the goats, these ones, are now that much more safer. And always remember, even on Christmas Day, a piece of bacon a day keeps Islam away. Love, peace, and bacon grease, man.
So great news coming in. Trump just tweeted that the United States just did a military strike in Nigeria on ISIS, the same people who were slaughtering and killing Christians for just being Christian. This is such great news. Merry Christmas and God bless.
Trump has cut off our electricity. You heard me right. The United States President Trump just carried out a heavy strike on Muslims praying on Christmas Day in northern Nigeria. Yeah, I am using a light. I don't have electricity. Can we stop all this light? Can the United States stop all this terrorism, acting like they are fighting terrorism? There is nothing like Christian killing in Nigeria. Okay, Nigeria is facing a huge insecurity that is affecting both Muslim, Christian, and Jew. If you really want to fight terrorism, you're gonna support. You really would work with the right authorities to fight terrorism. You could support Nigeria with weapons to fight the terrorism themselves. You cannot just violate a nation sovereignty, then unalive 5 people. Over 20 people has been injured. 5 people has been confirmed dead. Strike on the mosques of people praying. Like, people were just praying. I really don't understand how the United States can unalive people in an undeveloped country and people won't talk about it. There are still unconfirmed cases of more than many people could have possibly died in that strike. I don't have I'm telling you, this is so severe. I don't have electricity. This is pure evil. United States are the real terrorists. This is pure evil. Even the so-called terrorism you are fighting, it has been proven by your own Congress people who claim that the United States funded this to collapse the economy of Nigeria. Okay, you guys funded this and you guys are fighting it by unaliving innocent Muslim. I am a Nigerian Christian and I'm going to tell you there is nothing like a Christian killing. There is not like a Christian genocide going on in Nigeria. Fact. President Trump is just trying to kill us.
Osubrilao. The best Christmas gift I could ever get is to wake up to this very news of President Trump bombing the ISWAP terrorists and bandits in Sokoto. So while we are all sleeping yesterday, US military carried out powerful airstrikes against bandits and terror cells operating in northwest Nigeria. This happened yesterday, December 25th, on the night of Christmas. Wow. How can a man Gigi? That Trump, that man is very strategic. Hey! In a statement released some hours ago, Trump said the operation was carried out on his orders and he described the strikes as successful. He declared that the targeted militants had been involved in violent attacks on communities in the region, particularly against Christians. Trump praised the US military for what he described as a precise and effective operation. He warned terrorist groups that further attacks would be met with stronger responses. The US Africa Command, AFRICOM, confirmed that the strikes took place in Sokoto State. According to official statements, multiple bandits were killed in the operation. Trump praised the US military and vowed that under his leadership, America will not allow radical Islamic terrorism to prosper. He called on God to bless US military and wished Merry Christmas to all, including the dead terrorists, of which he said there would be many more if their slaughter of Christians continues. From Donald Trump, let us read it together. Donald Trump writes, I read, tonight, at my direction as Commander-in-Chief, the United States launched a powerful and deadly strike against IS terrorist scum in northwest Nigeria, who have been targeting and viciously killing primarily innocent Christians at levels not seen for many years and even centuries. I have previously warned these terrorists that if they did not stop the slaughtering of Christians, there would be hell to pay. And tonight, there was. The Department of War executed numerous perfect strikes, as only the United States is capable of doing. Under my leadership, our country will not allow radical Islamic terrorism to prosper. May God bless our military, and Merry Christmas to all, including the dead terrorists, of which there will be many more if their slaughter of Christians continues. Somebody shout power! What a blessed and perfect Christmas gift to Nigerians. Thank you, sweet Papa Chukwuemeka Obinna Donald Trump. Oh. The drama has begun, and trust me, it's going to be getting interesting. Let's watch out. Don't forget to register for our Igbo class. If you don't know how to speak Igbo or your kids don't know how to speak Igbo, rush now and register. And our content creation class is still on. Don't forget to DM me. I'm just a DM away. Bye.
Don't they bomb Nigeria? Northern place for Nigeria. Well done, Trump. You do well. It's a welcome development, my brother. It's a welcome development.
Somebody say President Trump decided to do it when we less expected. All the entourage in Washington couldn't prevent it.
Couldn't.
Somebody say NTA don't sleep.
See, listen. The best thing Tinubu can do now is just to be on his knees to beg Trump to stop. Because any more you see what happened to Libya, now what they go happen to Nigeria? We're never ready to face these people. That is why when I see idiots, then people will be saying they don't get sense. Like this one we did for Bayelsa, we call himself and this we say let the American soldiers be coming. I'm going to Osare Dokubo. I mean what you calling him? The guy don't even get sense. We still see some people coming out to say, oh, all this Islamic caliphate them. I've been waiting they call them, and Donald Trump they want to Donald Trump doesn't need your resources. Now look at just breaking news right now. They don't strike northern side for Nigeria. It should continue. It's a welcome development. It's a welcome development. There must be peace. There must be peace in Nigeria. And the only way there can be peace in Nigeria is let that see Trump as he not start today. Make it they give them back to back. Back to back till he reach Easter. Make it they give them my brother go see say all this terrorism go stop.
It go stop, yeah. No,
let Trump continue to give them back to back in Nigeria. I am a Nigerian and I'm a full Nigerian. I love Nigerians, but I'm sorry to say this.
Doesn't love Nigeria.
No country in the world that doesn't love Nigeria.
We are very useful to the whole of the world.
In Nigeria, the Igbos and the Yorubas can stay. We know how to absorb ourselves. We know how to stay. They are the biggest threats. They are the biggest threats Nigeria have to today.
Then they fight for Ariwana.
The Islamic terrorists, which is the northern side, are the biggest problem that we have in that country today.
They believe say power belongs to them.
So what thing happen? They should keep on striking. Yes, they should keep on. I love it. They should keep on striking. Well done, Trump. That's a good one. No, that's a good one. Make I even see what will even happen now. By tomorrow now, you see say both arise, everybody don't carry on. And you know what? Even this guy, this Prime Minister of Israel, you don't even hear his statement. Netanyahu talk now. And as America now don't launch now, Netanyahu is getting ready because he has no choice.
Yeah.
Because one thing about you see Netanyahu, nobody even when former president of America they talk to him and say Gaza. Obama. He don't send down.
Obama.
Netanyahu is the only man that can do what Trump is doing.
Yeah.
You understand? Netanyahu is the only person. Netanyahu don't come and don't speak now. The church is becoming too much, and you see this I don't know. We keep on shading from the. No, it's not happening. Genocide is not in Nigeria.
But the best way we face now don't come fight for us. Maybe God don't finally vindicate us.
The best thing Tinubu can do right now is to be on his knees and beg Donald Trump to stop. We shouldn't. We could not do like say we ready for America or maybe to go on social media to beg, apologize, and take action. Don't make the case worse because even at this point, Trump don't even need to listen to anybody. He's not even listening to anybody right now. He don't start. He say, "No, he's on Twitter. You're seeing
somebody
there."
Say Santa Trump is distributing bombs in the Northwest.
You don't see it, right?
It's just so unfortunate, my brother. It's just so unfortunate, but I love it, man. Now my country, Nigeria, I love Nigeria so much.
Now Department of War, the United States, can carry out.
Department of War. He has been saying it for them to get ready. And we think it's a child's play. We think say na kindergarten. We think say Trump na in the make speech for
At all. Oh boy, see this man, Mike Arnold. We don't talk since he said, "Told ya, Merry Christmas."
Told ya, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
For decorating the house.
See, the only thing we our government fit do now to just look up, begin the beg Trump, because you know what happened to Libya is about to happen to Nigeria. I swear to give you, it's about to happen to Nigeria. It's about to happen.
Wow.
Why is the leader strike? The leader they just talk. They talk once and they strike. They don't have time for negotiations. Oh, there's no genocide in Nigeria. You and them come one, they sit down for one round table. Donald Trump don't have that time. He's too big for our ministers. Look at the strike. Donald Trump is too big for our ministers to sit down in front of him and discuss on the table. He's just too big for Nigeria.
No, what I see is that it's
look at the attack. Look at the attack. Nice one.
No, it's a 2023 visual representation.
Wow.
But now how the team they
oh boy, if you be saying that B19, is it B15 or B19?
They said visual representation.
Yeah. Visual representation.
So where is the real one?
So the real one, I never see the real one. What's the real story?
Who did that visual representation 2020? Who do that? Did happen to the forecast?
Naija, my country home. I love Nigeria so much, man. But at this point in time, I cannot say much because most people not fit travel because of insurgency. Most people. I swear, most people. It's just too painful because no, it's just too painful.
Donald Trump just fulfilled his promise of launching an airstrike, and he just launched an airstrike in the northern part of Nigeria, Sokoto to be precisely. According to him, he hit his target and it was swift and soft. And he said if the buying of Christian doesn't stop, that he's going to keep launching and launching. My problem is not even about the launching. I just hope that the target is the target. Because the scary part about all this is when they choose to do it. Christmas and midnight, when everyone least expects it. Do you understand? I need to know something. Should I be scared or should I be happy? And are we safe? Are we safe?
Hold on. You mean to tell me that Donald Trump entered, or whatever, his military men entered Nigeria, being today 25th of December, and no Nigerian media could carry it? Like, they didn't even know, if not that Trump posted it. You see, America enter your house, you don't know, there's strike, come out. Trump has to post it before you guys, oh, shit. Anyways, Donald Trump, you're my baby. Mwah. Squeak and swift. The thing where will sweep me past. At the end of it, he said, Merry Christmas to everyone, including the dead terrorists. Trump, you're so petty. You're a petty baby. You're very petty. But anyways, yeah, Merry Christmas to Nigerians. Although, I believe if Tinubu wake up tomorrow morning, Tinubu will be like, I don't understand what happened last night. What did they say happened? But anyways, let me be the first to tell you. I just read on Twitter, I'm going to post it right here, that the American military went into Nigeria, the west north part of Nigeria, and strike the ICE terrorists, no, what they call it, ISIS or whatever, those terrorists that are disturbing the Christians and all that. They striked, and they unalived a lot of them. And at the end of it, Trump said, Merry Christmas to them. That's the most sweetest part of that news. That's all I just wanted to guys know. I'll be back to tell you guys more about the story. It just sweet me say, America can come into your own country and you won't even know. You won't have no clue, no idea. Except maybe they knew, but they didn't want to tell us. Maybe that can be the case as well. But anyways, for now, Merry Christmas to the dead.
So Trump did something in Sokoto last night, and I have the full video. And Sokoto, if you know the map of Nigeria, right? Sokoto has border. It's the last. It has border, last state before you enter the Niger. So that strike was strategic. I'm going to explain it, but if you want to see the video, here's what you're going to do. First of all, engage these buttons, okay? Click the plus sign if you can see it, the heart icon, okay? W in the chat, in the comments. Write W if you agree with Trump, or L if you disagree in the comments, okay? So you can go to my Telegram to watch the video of what he did in Sokoto. Okay, I collected about 7 to 8 videos and more are coming, so I'm putting up those videos. I can post it here. Okay, so open your Telegram app. If you don't have it, download it, Telegram, from your Play Store, and then search for Dave Partner Media and join. Then you can watch. But if you can't find it when you search, go to your browser and type t.me/Dave Partner Media. That is your Safari or Chrome or Opera Mini, okay? Type this and it will bring you to this page. So what Trump did in Sokoto is coordinated with what Israel did in Iran. Now plan work. Also, the Israeli Prime Minister gave message to Nigerian Christians saying he's not going to allow what is happening to Nigerian Christians to continue. All right, on Christmas Day. And right after the message, maybe a few hours after the message, what happened in Sokoto happened. You understand? They say balloon was falling from up. Now, but there are other things, all right? I've been looking for social media comments on casualties. And I saw a comment that said that there are no casualties. The people in the village, I think the village is called Jabo village, or yeah. So that village now, I saw videos of them. They were able to pick some of the metal scraps that fell off the balloons that they were dropping. All right, but there were no casualties. One of them were saying that there were no casualties. They didn't find any human beings, that were affected by that. And the people that were saying this, they were within proximity, because you can see from the video where the fire is burning from the things that fell from the sky. And they picked some of the engines of the machine that they dropped. You understand? I saw like 4 people carrying one of the big engines there. Even the serial number, everything was snapped. It's all circulating now. But probably because it's still night. It happened this night. Probably because it's still night. Nobody has been able to get close to that place to see if there are casualties or what they were actually targeting. The way military do their things, they might be targeting, what do you call it? Cash. In case you don't know, Sokoto is a very strategic point, when it comes to things, religion. I don't want to go into that, but you understand. If you understand the dynamics of Nigeria, you understand that Sokoto is a strategic point when it comes to religion. All right? So that strike may not have been targeted at anything. It might just be a statement to say, look, if you guys don't cooperate. You understand? It may have been targeted at a cache, where they put all this their pew and everything. They might have just destroyed it, Then, because it has border with Niger, and Niger has been fighting all these people. Niger has been fighting seriously, So it's possible that when Niger fights these people, they will pull back into Nigeria or Sokoto and chill, and then relaunch from there. So if that is the case, that means that strike means something. It's not just random. It means something between Nigeria and Niger. I don't know if you're getting it. I'm not saying everything that I have in mind, but I'm just trying to point some things to you. Also, on the same Christmas day, right, there was something that happened in a mosque in Maiduguri. So this strike from Trump happened in northwest of Nigeria, northwest. Okay, Sokoto. But something happened in a mosque in northeast. The whole mosque came down. Balloon blew inside. The whole mosque came down. And the number of people were hospitalized. Everything did my telegram. So, but the problem now is people are dragging one of Nigerian news media, Channels TV, for reporting that there was a balloon that blew up in Maiduguri. Okay, but they did not mention that it blew up in a mosque. Now, the fact that Trump did something in Sokoto and balloon still blow inside Maiduguri the same day, it looks like something happened in the background that we don't know. Do you understand? It looked like the balloon people knew that something will happen somewhere. If you understand, you understand. Do you understand? So I'm just telling you the things that happened in one night. Then, no Nigerian media has reported it yet. All these reports that we are having is from individuals. No official Nigerian media has said this is what happened. So why are they all mute? Maybe because it's happening midnight. I think the whole thing happened midnight exactly. So most of this media might have closed for the day. So when the morning comes, we'll see what their official report is. And of course, by morning, there'll be more videos and content of what really happened. Meanwhile, Trump has said Merry Christmas to the people weighing by. As Trump, they put words. So read this. You understand? So Trump, this is just one of the statements he released. He released like 2 or 3. So he said Merry Christmas to everybody, especially those who don't buy from the balloon he dropped. So let me know what you think, and make sure you share this video so that you see my next video, because I'm going to give you an update on what happened in the next few hours once the story just break out to everybody.